Hello there everyone, and this one is called The Many Gifts of Laziness. And this is a pretty challenging film for me to make because I'm totally violating my programming by even coming out with those title words. Like many, I was brought up and indoctrinated into the Protestant work ethic. And this work ethic said, the harder I work, the better I am. And what a load of old bollocks that is. Because nothing is as it seems. So there's another beautiful example of nothing is as it seems, laziness. When we judge ourselves or we judge other people for being lazy, that's actually a very powerful process in its own right. It's when you let go and don't do anything that you are enabled to go within and discover deeper truths about yourself and the nature of reality. That's right. Being laziness is actually the primary step towards spiritual development. And being overly busy, running around doing things all the time is one of the primary blocks to spiritual development. I'm going to say that again. Yeah, that's right. Overworking and doing all the time is one of the primary blocks to spiritual development. So if you find yourself being taken over by a feeling of laziness, what I invite you to do is to surrender to it, to embrace it, and to enjoy it, and to know that a powerful spiritual process is actually in operation while you have that feeling of, I just can't be bothered. It's downtime. It's inner time, it's inward time. And I've surprised myself about this because I used to have a lot of opinions about the right way to be lazy. And I've thrown them all out of the window, which is a sign of spiritual development in its own right. When you can throw strong opinions out of the window, when you're too lazy to even carry a load of opinions and judgments around, that's even more of a sign of development. And so these days, when I feel like it, I can express my laziness, my idleness through maybe just going for a little walk, or maybe reading a book, or maybe watching a film or a TV show that interests me. And I find that when I'm doing these things, when I'm taking information from others in the form of a story, and let's face it, that's all reading and watching TV and films, that's all those things are. It's simply taking in stories, or having an idle conversation with a friend and just listening to them telling you their story. I find that when that happens, what it does is it occupies my rational mind and allows the deep insights to suddenly arise unbidden. And they're really great when they happen. So I've been experiencing and enjoying some times of profound laziness lately. And one of the things that came up for me as I did this is I realised that I need to give my partner a lot more respect. I need to show her more respect and more appreciation than I do already. And no matter how much I think I do this, I can always do it more. And this will improve her perception of me, which is actually less important, but it'll improve my perception of myself and my love for myself. And if I love myself more, that will make me more of a loving partner to be with. So this is typical of the kind of insights that can come out when you allow yourself to be lazy and to really go into times of laziness. So that really helps. And so if I have a situation with me and my partner's getting angry about something I did, something I didn't do, rather than going into reaction mode, which is such an easy thing to do, I can remember that my partner is literally an embodiment of love, as am I. And she's choosing to express an anger to challenge me in some way. And she's challenging me to be more of who I really am, which is a being of love, because that's what we all are in our deepest truths. And so I'm very grateful for those challenges that she gives me when she gets angry with me for something I did do and something I didn't do. And that gives me an opportunity to increase my respect for her rather than to disrespect her as I have done. And so then that enables me to be really quite harsh and accurate at looking at myself and to look at my own weaknesses as well as my strengths, and to see that if you're in a relationship with anyone and they ever give you a hard time, they're giving you a gift. They're allowing you to consider how you could be more loving and more true who you are, because we are always love underneath everything, for nothing is as it seems. And that is the primary axiom of the shaman, to remember that nothing is as it seems. So enjoy times of laziness, especially if you're lucky enough to have a 4-season year and you're experiencing the winter. Winter's a great time to experience some laziness. Enjoy.